In the last episode, I'd finally left Newbury town and, after a short but pleasant cruise, I'd stopped for the night just before Bull's Swing Bridge and Lock. Now, fully rested, I was off again. I was given a hand with the swing bridge. There are no bells and whistles on this swing bridge. Oh no, it's just a good old-fashioned push it open, push it closed again type of arrangement. Then you just tighten the securing chain back up using a firm hand or a windlass. This looks to be a popular spot. There's mooring on either side and also good road access, but it is a bit shaded here, so if you rely on solar panels you might not want to stop here for too long. This is Bull's Lock, and as luck would have it, the lock was in fact set in my favour. With one of its gates already open, it was a simple enough task for me to steer the boat straight in. I don't really have a preference as to which lock gate I use. I just use whichever one suits the layout of the lock most conveniently for me, or, in this case, whichever gate happens to have been left open. Once in the lock, it's just a question of my usual procedure. I loosely loop the centre line around a bollard. That way it won't get caught up, but also shouldn't fall into the water if the boat moves away. It certainly is a peaceful afternoon for a bit of a cruise. I open the paddles at the other end, letting the water out of the lock and allowing the boat to descend. Soon enough, and after rejoining the boat via the lock ladder, I'm on my way again. Although of course I did stop at the landing stage to return and close the gate. This stretch of the river is quite deserted. There's just one boat moored on the non-towpath side, no doubt a good spot to be self-isolating. I can certainly think of a lot worse places to spend your time.
Well, you might have seen back there, I had a bit of help with the swing bridge. There was a chap called Wayne that I bumped into in Newbury a few days ago, and he very kindly offered to do the swing bridge for me, so I was able to just cruise on through. When you're single-handed, that makes a lot of difference, because otherwise you've got to pull in, operate the bridge, get back on the boat, go through the bridge, pull in again, tie up, go and close the bridge, get back on the boat. It's quite a major operation single-handed. So he saved me a good bit of time there. So thanks for that, Wayne. Anyway, the weather's holding nicely so far. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a bit of rain later on, but right now it's sunny, it's warm, it's pleasant. It's perfect cruising weather. Get a look at this.
On my right, a string of buoys fences off an area that otherwise boaters might be tempted to explore. You'd likely soon run aground in there. Ah, up ahead is the next lock. Time to pull in onto the landing stage, methinks. This is Widemead Lock. Well, it's certainly rather a long lock, but as you can see, this one's set in my favour too, so that will save me a bit of work. I'm liking this afternoon's cruise. It's just a question of opening a gate to let the boat in, and opening the paddles at the other end to let the boat go down. I keep a watchful eye on the boat at all times. And must say, the riverbank is certainly looking nice and verdant, thanks to the recent rain we've had. But on my left, the towpath is still looking reasonably clear. Who's this? A family of geese out on their afternoon stroll. You've been spotted. This stretch was quite overgrown when I came down here a couple of years ago, and it's certainly not gotten any better. You might, just might, squeeze one narrowboat past another along here. But if two wide beams were to meet here, someone would be doing a lot of reversing. So my advice, if you are in a wide beam, would be to look well ahead and only enter this stretch when the coast is completely clear. There's a swing bridge up ahead, so you won't get anyone suddenly coming out into view without warning. I won't show the operation of this swing bridge. Once again, my luck was in and I didn't have to do a thing. Some chaps enjoying the afternoon sun along with a refreshing lager or two kindly worked the bridge for me, but my good luck would soon run out.
Well, I thought this cruise was going a bit too well. Had a bit of a problem. Just thought I'd maybe have a look at mooring up somewhere, and just sort of came over to the bank. It's a bit shallow and weedy, so I thought maybe I'll try my luck a bit further down. And as soon as I went to pull away, the engine started spluttering and died. I'm now drifting towards Monkey Lock. Well, using the pole, I was able to direct the boat in towards the shore, just about. There's a little bit of current taking me downstream towards the lock. But on the starboard side, I just got on the pole and pushed the boat in, so I was going sort of forward and port side. Didn't manage to get right into the bank, but I got as near as I could and managed to jump for it, get a pin in, and I've got the plank on now. So next thing to do, secure the boat properly, then see what's wrong with the engine. Well, trying to get moored on your own can sometimes be a bit of a problem when you're somewhere like a riverbank. The river's uneven, it's overgrown, so you can't get the boat very close to the shore. You have to jump off with usually the centre line. In my case, I find that the easiest one. And if it's quite some distance from the shore, you need to take the plank with you at the same time so that you can get back on. It's really the job of three people trying to be done by one person. Anyway, long story short, I have now managed to tie the boat up, put the plank out, and the situation's under control for now, although of course the engine won't start. But apart from that, the sun's shining and it's a lovely day, and you know what, I'm more or less where I wanted to be anyway, so I can't complain. There's a little co-op down the road and pick up some supplies in there, and that's got to be good. Well, just time for a quick update. I've had a chance to calm down now, collect my thoughts as it were. The boat's fine, all the pins are in, all the ropes are in, the gangplank's out. I'm not in too bad a spot actually, considering I had no choice, considering the engine cut out and this is where I am. It's wide enough for a wide beam to get past alongside me, which is important obviously, don't want to hold traffic up. But there's not many boats cruising at the moment anyway. I've only seen one other boat today. So I think that's it for today. I'll probably lift the lid on the engine bay, have a little poke around, see if I can see anything obvious. If not, probably just sort of sleep on it. This is the thing about being on a boat. I've the luxury of a bit of time. I'm okay here. As I said already, there's a co-op down the road, so I can get resupplied. It's not too much of a problem. And if all else fails, well, I can always call out the Rivercraft Rescue. I've got that with my insurance.
Well, I think that's enough excitement for one day. It's a bit of a chilly evening tonight, so I've lit the fire.